Well, happy Friday, everybody. I'm pretty sure many of you are glad that it's Friday and maybe you're brainstorming on what you're going to do over the weekend for those of you that are going to be off over the weekend. Well, sadly, for many of you, you probably had a work a job that you really don't like, but you worked it because at the end of the day, most of us got to pay bills. But for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure many people are glad that it's Friday. Some of you might know what you're going to do over the weekend for fun. Some of you are trying to figure it out. Others may not do a darn thing because maybe you don't have the money or for whatever reason you're not going to do anything over the weekend other than sit around. Well, yesterday I made a video and the video I made the video yesterday. It was a video to where I was in my work attire. Well, I was in some work gear, talking about how a lot of people that are younger, especially in their 20s and 30s, need to, get serious about working again and earning some some decent money and preparing for their future and all that type of stuff. Well, this video is gonna basically be about the importance of taking a little bit of it's gonna be this video might sound kind of contradictive to the video that I made yesterday, but actually the video I'm getting ready to do today kind of goes with the video I did yesterday because in order to accomplish anything great in life, you gotta have some level of balance. It can't just be work, 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 and that's all you do. You don't ever relax. You don't ever have any fun. You don't ever allow time for yourself. And of course, it can't be the other way around and no work at all. I mean, there's got to be a balance between you work to get what you want and what you need in life, but also you take a little bit of, you take a little bit of time off, a little bit of time. You allocate a little bit of time to yourself to where you're not being bothered by no one. You're basically doing exactly what you want to do. Now, some people are able to do that every day. Like, you might work during the day, or maybe you might work in the afternoon, or maybe you might work at night. So, either before you go to work or after you get off of work, you're allocating a block of time for yourself. And whatever it is you desire to do, whatever it is you enjoy doing, you do. Now, in my case, I work during the day, and when I get off of work, uh, I'll stop off at the gym, work out for a little bit, and then I'll come home and I'll try to do a video for the channel. Or I'll come home immediately, do a video for the channel, and then I'll go work out. But it's important that in the midst of whether you're working a 9 to 5 or you're working for yourself, it's important that we all allow a block of time for ourselves. It's important that within that block of time that we allow for ourselves, we celebrate the current situation that we're in. Now, what do I mean by celebrating the current situation that we're in? Well, this is what I mean. Now, there's many of us, myself included, that, we have the tendency to want to look over at what other people have. And we're looking at what we have. And we're like, man, I need to do this. I need to do that. It's like, man, I would like to have whatever this person over here has got. Now, as I get older, I don't really pay as much attention to what other people have because anymore I could care less. But I know there's a lot of you out here that, you're so busy ripping and running up the bag that, you're so busy looking at what the next person's got and you want what they have. Or maybe you're looking in your driveway and you notice that you have a vehicle that's a 2019 whatever model, and now you want to trade that 2019 in because you're looking for a brand new 2024 vehicle. Maybe you're sitting in your living room and you're thinking, man, this house is outdated. So maybe you start looking at buying another house that's newer, that has all the updates that you think you need. Or maybe you're getting ready to take out a second mortgage on your home. Maybe you're getting ready to put yourself in additional debt because you think that your house needs to be updated. It's like, man, this kitchen is from 1999. I need to update this kitchen in 2024. Man, this kitchen ain't been updated in 25 years, man. I need to get on the ball and get some updating done in this house. Now, me personally, I don't really care about updating anything in this house. My attitude is, as long as it works like it's supposed to, that's all I care about. Like, if you were to come over my house right now, my house has got two bathrooms. Now my second bathroom is very much outdated. My second bathroom, I believe, was the original build that was built with the house. Like this house was built in the late 1950s. And I want to say that my bathroom is for the most part original. My second bathroom is all original, all from the 1950s. Now the plumbing, of course, has been updated ever since that time. The electric has been updated, and I'm pretty sure that some of the light fixtures have also been updated. But as far as it goes for the sink is original. The bathtub is, I believe, original, and the floor is original. And I know a lot of people that if they were to live in this house, one of the first things they would do is go and update that kind of stuff because a lot of people feel they need to update stuff like that. As for me, I could care less. If everything is working the way it's supposed to and it's safe, personally, that's all I care about. But there's a lot of you that feel differently. You will feel differently. And honestly, I think one thing that we all need to do a better job of, especially here in America, is we need to take a little bit of time. Rather it be on your day off, on one of your days off of work, or rather it be just a block of time off every day, even during the work week. I mean, rather it be 2 hours every day, or rather it be on your days off of work, however you want to do it. I believe that all of us needs to take that block of time off to where we can collect ourselves, we can collect our thoughts, we can do a little bit of meditating and brainstorm. It's like, and in doing this meditating, we can be thinking, are we truly living the life that we want to live? I mean, I don't mean to get religious on you guys. I mean, again, when I say God, I'm not talking necessarily from a religious standpoint. I'm talking from more of a generic standpoint. But as you're brainstorming, as you're meditating, another good question you might want to ask yourself is, do you feel at least you're doing the work of God? I mean, I know those could be some tough questions to ask yourself, but they're important questions to ask yourself if you want to live your best and happiest life. I mean, people that are wealthy, they ask those questions all the time. Because most people that are wealthy because they do work that they desire to do. And they tend to do a good job at that type of work, which is why they're successful and they've prospered. So yeah, most people that are wealthy, they one thing most wealthy people have in common is they do work that they like and desire to do. They do work that they're passionate about. And I think I got a little bit off topic here. I think what I was gonna mention was it's important that all of us takes out a little bit of time, rather it be daily or rather it be once or twice a week, to celebrate the current situation that we're in. What do I mean by that? Here's what I mean. Rather you're paying rent at an apartment and you're living check to check, or maybe you're living in a vehicle by the river for whatever reason, or you're a homeowner and you're living in your home. Whatever situation you're in, celebrate it. Now, I mean, when I say celebrate that situation, I'm not saying that you can't go out here and do better if you want better. You can still strive for better and more if that's what you want. But whatever situation you're like for an example, if you're living in a vehicle because your money is low and you're unable to afford to pay rent, or you're living in your vehicle because you want to save your money so one day you can have a nice down payment for a house that you want to buy down the road. Even though living in a vehicle may not be the ideal situation that you want to be in, you can celebrate that situation. And the way that you can look at your situation is, for one, you're alive. You know, you woke up this morning. For two, you're healthy enough to be able to make those type of decisions to live in your vehicle. You're healthy enough to be able to sustain employment and work and earn money and save money for your financial goals down the road. So those are things that you can think about as you're living in your vehicle, and you can celebrate your current situation in that regard. Or if you're paying rent, same concept. You may not want to stay paying rent. You'd rather be a homeowner. But if you're paying rent, you can celebrate that. You can just appreciate the fact that you even have a roof over your head at all. You can appreciate the fact that the job you're working is paying you enough money to be able to afford your monthly rent. And you're not out here jobless living in these streets like some people are right about now. So I think it's important for all of us to take a little bit of time and simply be thankful and be appreciative of what we currently have and humble ourselves a little bit. Because, I mean, whatever we all have today, as I've told you on previous videos, most of us are only one major health condition away from potentially losing it all. One major accident away from potentially losing it all. From potentially losing it all. So yeah, we need to be more. I feel as a society, all of us, myself included, we need to be more thankful of what we have. We need to be more appreciative of what we have. We need not to take it for granted. We need to humble ourselves a little bit. Now I know a lot of people may disagree with what I'm getting ready to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like if you see someone that's genuinely in need, I'm not talking about these panhandlers that be faking the funk. I'm talking about if you run into someone that you know for a fact that they're down on their luck and they're genuinely in need. You know, if you feel that you're going to be able to satisfy their need. Or maybe there's something small that you can do that's within reason. Like for an example, if you come across a person that's genuinely homeless and you see them in a trash can trying to get some food, if you have a few extra dollars, go into whatever restaurant is close by and buy that person a meal. Obviously, you don't have to do it. You're not obligated to do it. But if you did it, just think of how much better you would make that person's day. Rather than that person eating out of a trash can, they can eat actual fresh food. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, well, that person was probably in their current situation because they're on illegal substances and whatever. But, that's, to me, that's whatever. I'm just saying that as a society, with all this craziness going on with politics, with all this craziness going on in general in the world, I feel one thing that we all can do that will help our mental and physical health is to just simply be appreciative of what we have and and humble ourselves a little bit. And I know for me, when I'm in a situation to where I see someone that needs some help, and I know I got the resources to help that person without obviously, when I say I got the resources, I'm talking if I see someone needs help and I know I can help that person without crippling my ability in any way to survive, then I'm gonna go ahead and help that person. Like for an example, if you go back on this channel, now it's been some time since I've done homeless videos. I think the last homeless video I've done was, if I can remember, the last homeless video I've done was in July. Now, if you go back on my channel, I've done several homeless videos of me interviewing people that are homeless. And a lot of times I would compensate them for their interview. I would give them money, actual money for them coming on my channel and telling their story. In addition to that, I would buy them some McDonald's. I would buy them some Burger King. And there's other people that I try to get to tell their story on my channel, and they declined. But I knew that they were still in need, so I gave them. I mean, a lot of times I might walk around with some cheese crackers, like them little cheese peanut butter cracker sandwiches. I might walk around with a couple of boxes, and I might give people like that a couple of those bags of crackers and water. And I know for some of you that might not seem like a big deal. It's like, who cares? That ain't nothing. But for someone that's down and out, and they don't really have much financially speaking for whatever reason, to them that means a lot. And when I like when I buy somebody a meal, or when I give somebody some food and some water, and I see them perk up and they thank me, they're so appreciative. I mean, to me, that in itself makes me feel good. That in itself, like if I had, let's say, a rough day at work, or if I just had a rough day generally, or if I'm just tired. I mean, once I get out in the streets and I start buying food for people that are in need, and they thank me, and I can tell they're genuinely appreciative of what I did, I mean, that makes me feel good. Like, if I'm tired that day, I actually muster up a little extra energy to keep on going and to find other people that might need a little bit of help like that. And then sometimes by the time I get back to my house, I'm no longer tired. I have all this newfound energy. It wasn't because I ate anything. It wasn't because I drank coffee. It wasn't because I drank an energy drink. It is simply because I went out here and I gave some people shit they needed. And when I saw how appreciative they were, it made me feel good. So, for those of you that are not doing nothing for the weekend because either A, you don't know what you want to do, or B, maybe your money's not all that good, so you're going to sit around and just chill at the house. Uh, One thing that you can do that will not cost you a dime is to celebrate the current situation that you're in. Even though you're broke, celebrate the situation that you're in. Assuming that you're working and you're trying to get your money up a little bit. You know, celebrate the fact that you still have your health. Celebrate the fact that you're even alive. Celebrate the fact that you have a roof over your head, even if you're living in a vehicle. Celebrate the fact that you at least have that. Celebrate the fact that you're working and you at least are able to make money, because some people don't even have that much going for themselves. You got some people that are younger than me that are sitting in a nursing home, and they're going to most likely be there until the day that they get lowered into the ground because they got some type of health condition to where they're unable to take care of themselves, or they're unable to live a normal life for whatever reason. So even back in the day when I was broke and I was living in the hood, I mean, for one, I had many people, I mean, some of my friends, they did remind me from time to time, hey man, you living in the hood, man, we ain't gonna get up out the hood. And I kept on telling them, well, yeah, I might be living in the hood, but to me, I don't look at it as the hood, even though it is, even though it was. I look at where I live. I mean, I used to tell people that my house is my castle because it is. I used to tell people that my house is my castle. It's like, yeah, I mean, my castle right now just happens to be in the hood. But at the end of the day, this is my castle. So, anyways, I don't know what else to add to this video. We're almost 23 minutes in. So, hopefully, you guys got something out of this video. If you like what If you like what I'm saying, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, while you're at it, subscribe to the channel. And on that note, stay blessed and stay humble. Catch you guys on the next one.